So, welcome back to my channel. Today, I want to speak about when you feel you've just come into the end of a change and it doesn't seem to just be going anywhere and you feel like you're trapped and you're not sure how to get through that part. But you know this change is your major shift for you. So I took this idea from the movie Greatest Showman. So I've titled this a part of the law of attraction actual series that I'm doing. I'm titling this The Greatest Showman. So I'll see you after the intro. So greetings, welcome back. My name is Jay. I'm from Karnak Holistics, where we learn together and we grow together in the sight of God. So today, as I said, I want to speak about The Greatest Showman. Not the movie, but about you. So you can say the greatest show person, depends on what your preference is and if you're PC and the rest of it. So, the greatest showman. When you're at this path in your life and you've always wanted to live your best life, but you hear me talk about you getting permission from people, and therefore you don't do the things you want to do because you are seeking permission from certain people, not because that they are allowing you to do it because you don't need to be told, yeah, it's fine to do it, but you just want the reassurance and feel that you want the gentle guidance in that sense. This goes back to probably childhood, where we probably waited for our parents to give us the okay. Yeah, well done, little Jay. Well done, little Timothy, or whatever. But the other part is, well, one thing when I was studying counselling, one of the big things my tutor taught me, and I thought this is so amazing, and I do this, it's kind of like almost like my party piece, if you want to call it. So when I'm talking to somebody and they chatting about rubbish stuff, and then I go to them and they're really stuck, and I want to know if they used to get praise when they're younger. So I'll ask them straight. I go, did you get praise when you were younger? And they would say, well, I don't know, because my mum and dad probably passed when I was younger, blah blah blah. Anyway, so they don't, sometimes they don't know, sometimes they do know. I do this simple test which my tutor taught me, and it kind of worked. I say to them, when you go toilet number 2 and you get up, do you look in a bowl or do you wipe and go? Or wipe and flush? And they were like, that's a bit of a weird question. I go, tell me, do you get off the toilet and do you look back in a bowl before wiping, or do you get up off the toilet, wipe and go and flush without looking? And yeah, some of you may know already where I'm going with this, some of you may not. So if you don't know where I'm going with this, it's basically when you were younger and you were potty trained, you know where I'm going, your parents or your carers, whoever raised you, would have been, oh, well done, little Jay. Oh, well done. Look at her, you're a big boy. Kind of thing. Because I did it with my children, so that's how they kind of, you will remember, or if you know, you got praised me younger. So I said this to my 2 kids without them knowing. I said, when you go to, and I said the same thing to them, and they were like, well, yeah, actually I do. And I goes, okay. But yeah, you were potty trained and we always encouraged you after you come off the potty. And they goes, yeah, I remember that. And they goes, that's what it was. So my son decided to go and talk to people about it, which is an interesting conversation, because if we don't know if we're being nurtured, when we were younger, how are we going to know how to repair? What do we need to repair when we're older? So if we weren't nurtured as a child when we were younger, it's time to be nurtured as a child when you're older. So this greatest showman I'm talking about is you getting the approval, not from someone else, not from people around you, not from your spouse, not from your children, not from the cat up the road, but from you. You're the one that's doing it. You're the one that's going to be falling over the hurdles. You're the one, as you're growing, are going to meet different people. and do different things and achieve different goals. So don't be afraid. I'm not saying that you shouldn't get praise or support from people around you, by all means. But I rarely ever tell people or go to people, do you think I should do this? I say to people normally, for example, my acting career I'm doing, the play. I said to my good friends around me, there's 4 of them, and I said to them, I'm going to go and join a theatre group. Amateur dramatics. And I was doing all these amateur dramatics. They were like, you're an idiot. And I said, I'm going to go and do that. And they were like, well, yeah, I can see you doing that. And I go, yeah, I know. And they were like, but they never ever said to me, oh, are you asking us if it would be a good idea? I goes, no, and they know me already. You know, if I say, and then if I'm a bit nervous about it, then I'll go to them, well, what do you think? You know, and they'll go, well, yeah, I think you'd be good. Sometimes they just offer their support. And I go, we'll come along to your play and watch you there. And goes, yeah, no, you're right. And I go, see you in the crowd. Yeah, anyway, let's not get the fish. But no, they will be there because that's what they're like. So, in essence, when you're looking for nurture, there's another word, nurture, v nature. Yeah, let me talk about nurturing. Nurturing is when I go to you, the potty, for example, well done, you're doing really well. My mate just became a manager, and I said to her that you'd be a really good manager because you're good at nurturing. You're really good at nurturing and finding the area, the kind of like the key strengths in people. You're good at doing that. But you're a rubbish employee. Like I said, you're a crap employee. She is, and because she's not controlling, she's not a dictator. She is fair, firm but fair. But she's never managed before. But she did years ago. But now she's managing. She's going to manage. And I said, when you come to me, all you talk about is how you're managing this person or you're teaching this person, so you're doing it without knowing it. She says, oh yeah, you know, nature is what we pick up along the way. Yeah, we pick up the stuff through society. We pick up, and I've done this on a video months ago, nurture v nature, and I'll do a video specifically about that. But I'll just briefly talk about what nature is. Nature is what you pick up from people, your social surroundings, your friends' influences, the shame, the guilt. Like, so that's why a lot of people, for example, when people find that they want to come out being gay or straight, it's sometimes more about nature, not about nurture. Because in nurture, they will be naturally, automatically be able to go, I can come out and open up and tell people the way I am, like I'm gay, I'm bi, or whatever, or non-binary, whatever. But if they're nurtured, yeah, they would know. I'm not saying that all parents don't nurture the people who are afraid to talk to them who are gay, because I know a lot of people who's come out and they've turned and said their family are really quite close, but they feel they were a bit nervous about coming out. And then I go, do you feel an element of shame, or do you feel the element of that you're unsure about yourself? There is something there that why you can't go, well, look, this is how I'm feeling, because it isn't going against the grain, because you know them. They grew up with you. They brought you up, should I say. And they said, I think it's more, there's an element of shame. So this is their stuff, which is not a problem. It's not an issue, but it's important to know where it comes from, because it's easy to place blame on somebody, especially an important situation like that. Remember that it's an important situation. So if you're nurtured, it could be that you need that nurturing aspect of you, because that's the change coming. This is why when I say to, like, I had a friend who came out recently, and I said that you need to be comfortable within yourself before you go public. Because if you go public and you're not sure within yourself and you decide, oh, well, I'm not, you just think there's an element of shame, or it doesn't really matter at the end of the day about whether you should get a billboard poster out whether you're traveling and moving abroad, or whether you're dating the same sex, whether you're dating a younger person. Friend of mine is 45 and a partner is 28, 25, 28. And some of the guys who are probably watching this, the guys will go, "Whoa, what a legend." And some of them are probably going, "Wow, cradle snatching." Now, I didn't tell you whether it was a boy or a girl, did I? I just said my friend. So it's actually a female was dating a guy. So you think, so all the guys that was like, "You, what a legend." And the girls are going, "Oh yeah, toy boy." No. In fact, you wouldn't know because I spoke to this person on the phone, you wouldn't know that the person was that age until we were all out and we were talking. And then we were speaking about like what we grew up with. And of course they're not going to know. But they did know what we were referring to. They may not directly experienced it, but because they had older siblings, they were aware of it because the older siblings were still watching it as they're growing up. Like with my brothers used to watch, I think it was Thunderbirds, the original Thunderbirds, which was the puppets. Me and my brother, who was born in the 70s, we never been brought up with that. That was in 1960s, late 70s. So we were too young to understand that. But we know what it is because our brothers play it or what was watching it. So we identify what it is. My kids know who He-Man is. They know who some of the other like Thundercats. They know, my sons know what that is because I was still watching it, as sad as I may be. I was watching it as I got older, and like X-Men, my kids know what X-Men is and stuff like that when I used to watch read the comics. So it's like, it's not them being older or being pushed to be older. It's the fact that is the nurture around you and a bit of nature. Because the nurture, when they're watching a TV program, there is no nature. There's nature because it's what they experienced. And when you want to become this greatest showman and you want to come out to be yourself, or you want to go and do something that is, for example, say if you was in corporate, say if you was in banking, say you was in accounting, say if you was a lawyer, and you decided, I don't want to do this anymore, I want to go and run my own bakery, or I want to go and be a farmer, or I want to go and do something. And everyone would go, "What the hell are you doing? What the hell are you doing?" And they're like, "I'm done. I just know this is where I want to go." And I know someone who's done that big shift, and it's gone through nurture, because nurture, they were told to get a good job. They were told to get to be a lawyer, to be the best in your profession. So they did. And now, again, the nature, they weren't comfortable with what it is. The parents have got older, retired. So there's not that element of proving themselves. We could look at that the money helps start their new career. Doesn't really matter. I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is for the fact is that these people now made a change to go and follow their dream. And that's the important part. You need to follow your dream. So don't give up because other people may not understand, because that's why it's called follow your dream. Follow your dream and not follow their dream, because it's your dream. So people, I'm going to end it on that. I'll see you on next video, and thank you so much. And you probably see my new hat. Well, that's an old hat actually, but I'm starting wearing this hat and I love it. So yeah. Anyway, people, I'll see you soon. Stay blessed, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next video. God bless and namaste.